Good morning. How are we doing today?
Hi.
Good. Ready for a good conference. From what I understand, there's a lot of good presentations, a lot of good education, and I just want to thank you all for being here to invest in your education and your knowledge. So I think we got some good presenters, and thanks for everybody for setting this up and getting this going. I just want to touch on a few things real quick. For BICSI, global is a big part of our strategy, and we do strategy sessions pretty regular. And one of the big areas we're working on for this year to get into the next few years is the global positioning. So BICSI, from an organization, which is your organization, it's a membership association, we're going to take BICSI very seriously on a global level. And when I say global, it's focused on how we can do things the way you do it here locally, take it to the local levels, versus trying to manage it and trying to do the same rules that we'd have out of Tampa, for example, or the U.S. So a lot of information we've gathered, a lot of things we want to do to support that, bring more education, bring more trainings, do some things on the credentialing side. So there's some things you're going to be seeing coming up here very shortly to help support that. So as I'm around today, please, any questions, comments, things you want to see, please let me know and let's talk about that, because it's very important to us as we take BICSI to the next levels moving forward. And I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate Keaton and Enad and the whole steering committee for everything that they're doing. Very engaged group, and very happy to be here to see it. I've heard a lot about it, the things that's going on here in India, but I'm really excited to see it. And my commitment to you all is, this is the first time I've been to India, first time I've been to the conference. But as I move into the president's role next year and beyond, my commitment is I'll be here to see you all again next year and the year after. So we want to make sure we're involved, and we're here to help. We're here for you all. You're the members. It's your association. So we want to make sure we're doing the right things for you and bringing you good education and good credentials. So please enjoy the show, the conference, the expositions. Make sure you spend some time with our vendors. Very important. And what I'd ask too is challenge. Ask questions. As you listen to presenters, ask them questions. And as you're out meeting with the vendors or sponsors, make sure to ask questions, because it's good to learn. They're the experts, so please do that. So I look forward to talking to you, and have a great conference. Thank you. We had a good meetings on that yesterday with the steering committee, and here in early May, back at BICSI headquarters, we're having a global discussion about what BICSI is going to do. Fiscal year is coming up, starting July 1st is our next fiscal year, so budgeting process is in place. So various things. One, financially, doing various things that we can put some financial cost into, and also resources. From a BICSI staff perspective, we have our Global Development Director, Paul, who's here. He has a small staff himself, maybe expanding that staff, offering more support from the headquarters so we can do various things. Working on the training piece. A big initiative that we're going to look at is taking the installer training and make it more mobile versus coming into a office or training space to do that. So we can get it more localized in training versus having to travel to an office or one location and take time on the field. Or even doing night classes or weekend classes versus taking a block of 5 days to do training. So there's a lot of initiatives around training. Offering the satellite seminars that they've been doing locally, doing more of those, more CEC opportunities there. And a lot of it that we can do from BICSI headquarters is advertising that to the membership. So we work with India leadership locally. Here's all the events planned, and what can we advertise and promote from a BICSI headquarters levels. So really, and also too with local legislation, local governance, to get the BICSI RCDD requirement called out for any design and installation projects. A lot of development going on in India I've seen. So by requiring an RCDD on the project, it means it's going to be designed and installed correctly the first time and get a good quality of infrastructure for that service. So we have a lot of local volunteers who are going to help them work with the legislative bodies, and I think we have some meetings next week on that too. So just a lot of things. How can we help? How can we make sure we're involved to help grow the area is a big picture.
So we've been impressing upon the government bodies to treat this as the fourth utility and bring some standards, some discipline into how the way things are being done. For that, we are talking to Bureau of Indian Standards, talking to National Skills Development Corporation, Telecom Sector Skills Council, on twofold. One is to incorporate some standards, preferably BICSI standards, into the building codes, so that the people who are deploying infrastructure or building infrastructure will have to follow those two codes and the standards. So that brings some discipline into the way telecom infrastructure is built. And to build this telecom infrastructure, we need people who are trained, who are certified to do such kind of job. And hence we are talking to the Skills Development Council to incorporate the training practices and the training models which BICSI can probably work along with them, customized to Indian requirements, and then have it run through various partners of the NSDCs who run the training programs, and then have technicians or installers being certified for such kind of activities.